This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(1:15 p.m). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. The President says that the people's proposals and views are needed to build the villages. The Paddy Marketing Board is continuing to purchase paddy. A new program will be introduced for economic centres within 3 months. The police media spokesman reveals that operations against narcotic drugs are continuing. In foreign news, Melbourne starts 5-day virus lockdown. In sports, Cricket South Africa confirms it will host Pakistan for 3 ODIs and 4 T20s. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the aim of the government is development as well as maintaining the lives of rural communities in a better and productive manner. He said that programs such as the Gama Samaga Pilisandarak program are being held in villages with that objective. Proposals and the views of the villages are needed to build the country. The President mentioned this while attending the Gama Samaga Pilisandarak program at the Mimure area this morning. Road development activities in the area will be expedited. Advanced level grades should be added to schools to improve the education of the students. Therefore, the President instructed the Education Secretary to deploy teachers to achieve the aim. A building and a playground will be built for the school. The need for a health centre and a doctor was pointed out at the meeting. It was revealed that the farmers were facing difficulties due to the reduction of the pepper harvest. Minister Mahindananda Aluthkamage said that fertiliser and a team of technical officers will be sent on Monday. The Paddy Marketing Board says that paddy purchasing is continuing. It has purchased 336 metric tons of paddy so far. Cooperative societies have also commenced purchasing paddy. The Cooperative Department is scheduled to purchase 45 metric tons of paddy for its 382 storage facilities. The first phase will begin today at the Vavuniya District Secretariat and in the Anuradhapura and the Kurunegala Provincial Councils. Minister Mahindananda Aluthkamage says that the middlemen will not be allowed to take over economic centres built at a cost of billions of rupees of public funds. He said that all economic centres would be brought under one trust. Farmers' produce will be sent directly to the economic centres. All the responsibilities of the economic centres will be entrusted with the managers. The minister said that a new program will be implemented for economic centres within the next 3 months. The police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana says that operations against narcotic drugs are continuing. He said 2 suspects were arrested with 10 kilograms of cannabis yesterday by the Uvakudaoya police. Another 2 heroin dealers have been taken into custody at Rathmalana. It has been revealed that they are accomplices of drug racketeer Anju, who operates from overseas. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Get a home loan now with attractive interest rates only from People's Home Loan.
The President's Media Division said senior Buddhist monks have stressed that the government should not be discouraged by the baseless allegations and insults levelled against his administration. The Asgiri Anunayaka, Venduruve Upani Anunayaka Thero, the Kotte Kalyani Samagri Sangha Sabha Anunayaka Venerable Rahula Thero and other senior Buddhist monks have expressed their views on the current situation of the country at the Buddhist Advisory Council held at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday. They have said that they would never be discouraged by the baseless allegations and insults levelled against the administration of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa by various parties. They have asked the President to continue ruling the remaining 3.5 years left in his tenure, dedicating his knowledge and intelligence for the betterment of the country. The President's Media Division said they assured the President of the unwavering support of all the monks on the journey in making Sri Lanka a prosperous country. Blood samples have been taken from the mother and sister of Underworld figure Madhumala Chandana Pereira, aka Angodalokka, who is believed to have died in India. Police spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana said the DNA extracted from the blood samples will be sent to the Indian authorities soon. The National Investigation Agency of India recently requested Sri Lankan authorities to submit a DNA sample of one of the closest relatives of Angodalokka in order to confirm his identity. The Badullah Demodara 9-arch railway bridge completes 100 years of existence this year. Accordingly, the Ministry of Cultural Affairs will declare it as a national heritage. A commemorative stamp will also be issued to mark the occasion. The bridge was built by the British in 1921 according to the creation of a villager P.K. Appuhami, who was a resident in Demodara. The bridge is 300 feet long, 25 feet wide and 80 feet in height. The funeral of late actor and intellectual on drama and performing arts Jayalal Rohana will be held tomorrow afternoon at the Boralla General Cemetery in Colombo. He entered the arts field in 1976 and acted in stage dramas, teledramas, films and won many awards. He has also written several research books on performing arts. His remains are scheduled to be brought to the Sudarshi Hall in Colombo 7 this afternoon. That's local news.
Pay the interest on your own home without paying rent for someone else's. Get a home loan now with attractive interest rates only from People's Home Loan. Enjoy the option of paying only the interest for the first 5 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Police say that legal action has been taken against 1,400 institutions that violated health guidelines. The government has spent 100 billion rupees on coronavirus eradication measures. 15,500 PCR tests have been conducted yesterday. The highest number of coronavirus patients, which is 278 out of the 978 found yesterday, are reported from the Gampaha district. That was our main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Life, the LK Domain Registry's Domain Registrar Professor Gihan Dyer said at least 10 domain names have been modified to point to a new IP address following the recent cyber attack on the .lk Domain Registry. He said the attack was reported last Saturday morning and was solved by 8:30 a.m. He said access to the .lk domain registration systems were restricted to prevent further damage. That was Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, Melbourne starts 5-day virus lockdown. The World Health Organization says all hypotheses are still open in probe into virus origins. The European Union drugs regulator plans to fast-track variant-modified COVID vaccines. Australia's second most populous state, Victoria, entered a 5-day lockdown today as authorities race to prevent a third wave of COVID-19 cases sparked by the highly infectious UK variant. One new locally acquired case was confirmed in the past 24 hours, Victoria health authorities said today, taking the number of active cases in the state to 20. Prime Minister Scott Morrison had agreed to stop all international flights to Melbourne through Wednesday. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus told a briefing yesterday that all hypotheses are still open in the World Health Organization's search for the origins of COVID-19. A WHO-led mission in China said this week that it was not looking further into the question of whether the virus escaped from a lab, which it considered highly unlikely. The United States has said it will review the mission's findings. Europe's medicines regulator is planning to speed up assessments of any COVID-19 vaccines that are modified to protect against variants of the virus. Marco Cavalry, chair of the vaccine evaluation team at the European Medicines Agency, said yesterday there should be no need for lengthy large-scale trials like those needed to evaluate the first COVID-19 vaccines, since tweaks for new variants can be tested on smaller groups. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Melbourne starts 5-day virus lockdown. The World Health Organization says all hypotheses are still open in probe into virus origins. The European Union drugs regulator plans to fast-track variant-modified COVID vaccines. That was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Minister Badullah says Sri Lanka's first power plant to generate electricity using garbage and other biomass set up at the Keravalapitia at Handala area in Vathala will be added to the national grid on Wednesday. He said the plant will be vested with the public by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The plant will generate 10 megawatts of power using 700 tons of waste per day and will continue its operation by the collection of waste from the area. That was development news, and now in sports news. In cricket, South Africa has confirmed it will host Pakistan for 3 ODIs and 4 T20s between April 2nd and 16th, with all matches to be played on the high veld. The games will be split between the Wanderers in Johannesburg and Super Sport Park in Centurion and will mark the end of a lean South African summer. Sri Lanka and England have been the only other touring teams for short 2 tests and white ball series respectively, after Australia indefinitely postponed a 3-test series that was scheduled for March. In tennis news, the 6th day of the Australian Open is usually one of the best attended of the Grand Slam fortnight, but there was an eerie quiet around the Melbourne Park precinct as play got underway today. A snap 5-day lockdown to try to contain an outbreak of COVID-19 came into effect just before midnight yesterday, restricting Victoria's 6 million residents to their homes and shutting fans out of tennis. For the duration of the lockdown, the players will be transported between the Melbourne Park bubble and their residences, where they will endure the same restrictions as everyone else. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Top textile manufacturer TJ Lanka has reported profit before tax of 951.8 million rupees and net profit of 778.4 million rupees for the third quarter of 2020-2021, achieving growth of 12% and 8% respectively over the corresponding 3 months of the previous year. TJ Lanka converted the first quarter's net loss of 31.5 million rupees to a net profit of 631.3 billion rupees for the second quarter, and its net profit for the third quarter represents a further increase of 23% over the preceding quarter. That was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why? I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The central bank says restrictions on non-essential imports, including vehicles, will remain in place until the balance of payment issues are resolved. Governor Professor W.D. Lakshman said government's interest and determination to move away from the heavy dependency on imports are significant for long-term policy approach. He said that 5.5% to 6% growth is expected this year due to a host of timely government measures. That was Economic News.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says that except for a few showers in the eastern, Uva and central provinces, mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. Misty conditions can be expected in the central, Sabaragamu and western provinces and in the Gala and Mathura districts during the morning. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The President says that the people's proposals and views are needed to build the villages. The Paddy Marketing Board is continuing to purchase paddy. A new program will be introduced for economic centres within 3 months. The police media spokesman reveals that operations against narcotic drugs are continuing. In foreign news, Melbourne starts 5-day virus lockdown. In sports, Cricket South Africa confirms it will host Pakistan for 3 ODIs and 4 T20s. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host as always on a Saturday afternoon, Niranjan Abesundara on the other side to keep you in great company. Over to you, Niranjan.